Part 24, Subsidiary Functions of Bank. In previous class, we studied about main functions of the bank. In this class, we are going to study about various subsidiary functions of the bank. Subsidiary functions of the bank. First one, to look after the financial transactions of the commerce. Second one, to do transactions of foreign exchange. Third one, to issue letter of credit. Fourth one, to issue traveler's check. Fifth one, to provide draft service. Sixth one, to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank. Seventh one, to provide service as an underwriter. Eighth one, to provide other related services such as ATM, demat, safe deposit, wallet, etc. We can discuss these subsidiary functions of bank in detail one by one. First one, to look after the financial transactions of the customer. A bank has mainly two types of customers. One, depositor, and second one, borrowers. Such customers do their financial transactions through bank. Depositor will deposit money in the bank and borrower will borrow money from the bank. When a customer writes a check in favor of other person, then the money is paid to that person by bank on behalf of the person who has written the check. In the same way, when a person receives a check from the other person, the bank collects money from the person who has written the check on behalf of the person who has received the check. It means that we can transfer money through check, and this check will show the receiver of the money check in favor of that person. Bank provides service to the extent of paying different type of the financial transactions of the customers. Bank will do in favor of the account holder various type of the financial transactions. Bank also undertake functions of sending invoices of goods exported and its recovery. In present time, a bank performs different tasks on behalf of the customer, such as payment of the electricity bill, phone bill, insurance premium, and to transfer money from one account to another, etc. Various services provided by bank to make the transaction and transactions activities of various account holders from one place to another also, and it will make that transaction and handling process of money and related process make easy and providing best service to the customers. And the second function, to do transactions associated with the foreign exchange. Foreign exchange or forex is the conversion of one country's currency into another. In a free economy, a country's currency is valued according to the laws of supply and demand. In other words, a currency value can be pegged to another country's currency. A currency's value can be converted to another country's currency, such as to US dollar or even to be to a basket of currency or otherwise different country's currency. A country's currency value may also be set by the country's government, and bank providing the services to exchange the foreign country's money into our Indian rupees or Indian rupee into foreign currency also. Nowadays, import-export business is done compulsorily through bank. Foreign exchange is required for import-export business. The bank which has obtained permission from the central bank performs the task related to foreign exchange and provides services and receives the document related to foreign trade. Nowadays, with the permission of the Reserve Bank of India, various commercial bank doing forex or foreign exchange related works of different exporters and importers, and convert the Indian money into other currency and other currency into Indian money also. And doing import-export activities also through bank. And third one, to issue letter of credit. Letter of credit is a letter written by one bank addressed to the other bank. The bank ensures the payment of certain amount and at a certain time by the person mentioned in this letter. The bank collects certain deposit from the respected person before issuing the letter of credit, or the banks get guarantee of the same amount. The amount mentioned in the letter of credit is paid at a fixed time to the person whom the bank has ensured for the same. Thus, letter of credit makes accounting transactions trustworthy. The bank earns income in the form of commission by offering this service. A letter of credit or a credit letter is a letter from a bank guaranteeing that a buyer's payment to a seller will be received on time and for the correct amount. In the event that the buyer is unable to make a payment on the purchase, bank will require to cover the full or remaining amount of the purchase. It may be offered as a facility. Due to the nature of international dealings, including factors such as distance, differing laws in each country, and the difficulty in knowing each party personally, the use of letters of credit has become a very important aspect of international trade, and a bank become the trustworthy of both parties. We can trust in bank, and a bank become guaranteed to us for financial dealings, especially in letters of credit. And fourth one, to issue travelers check. In present time, more and more people have started traveling. People have started getting travelers check in order to prevent themselves in losing their cash or getting it stolen during their travel within country or abroad. If the holder of travelers check can withdraw money through the check from another outstation bank or from a foreign bank branch by signing as per his specimen signature. This check is very reliable and transferable. The use of traveler's check has decreased as the facility of ATM has become widespread. A traveler's check is a once popular but now largely outmoded medium of exchange utilized as an alternative to hard currency. The product typically is used by people on vacation in foreign countries or going traveling to various country. It offers a safe way to travel overseas without charge. The issuing party, usually a bank, provides security against lost or stolen checks. Beginning in the late 1980s, travelers' checks have increasingly been supplanted by credit and prepaid debit cards. Fifth one, service of demand draft. A demand draft is a method used by an individual to make a transfer payment from one bank account to another. Demand draft differ from regular normal checks in that they do not require signatures to be cashed. When a bank prepares a demand draft, the amount of the draft is taken from the account of the customer requesting the draft and is transferred to an account at another bank. The drawer is the person requesting the demand draft. The bank paying the money is to drawee. The party receiving the money is the payee. Demand drafts were originally designed to benefit legitimate telemarketers who need to withdraw funds from customers checking accounts using their bank account numbers and bank routing numbers. Demand draft is a check written by a bank in favor of a branch of the same bank. The name of the person is mentioned in the demand draft and an order is issued to pay the amount to the person whose name is written on the draft. Draft is a secured medium while sending money to a person or firm. The person or the firm desirable to send money fills in a certain form and requests the bank to issue the draft. On the basis of this request, the bank writes the name of the receiver of the money on the draft and orders it its branch or its associate bank to pay the amount. The sender pays the bank not only the amount mentioned in the draft but also in the commission for the same. If the bank issues such a draft which can be encashed in its own city, then it is called a pay order. And sixth one, to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank. The banks does frequent financial transaction on the basis of which the bank is well aware of the financial capabilities of its customers. Any firm or institute considers the information provided by a bank more reliable in such a dealing where credit transactions is required and the firm or the institute wants to check reliability of other firm or institute. The banks issues solvency certificate for the same. The some of the bank documents, bank passbook and the transactions activities that showing some confidential document for some business and other related activities. Then we can trust in bank and activities of financial capabilities of the person. Any firm or institute considers the information provided by a bank more reliable in such a dealing. The credit transaction is required and the firm or the institute wants to check reliability of other firm or institute. The bank issues solvency certificate for the same. Otherwise, the non-objection certificate about different financial activities. Through the information related to credit of a person associated with a bank, it is helpful to avoid fraud activities in various transactions related activities. To provide service as an underwriter. Underwriting is the process through which an individual or institution takes on financial risk for a fee. The risk most typically involves loans, insurance, or investments. The term underwriter originated from the practice of having each risk taker write their name under the total amount of risk they were willing to accept for a specified premium. Although the mechanics have changed over time, underwriting continues today as a key function in the financial world. Underwriting is the process through which an individual or institution takes on financial risk for a fee. The term underwriter originated from the practice of having each risk taker write their name under the total amount of risk they were willing to accept for a specified premium. When a company comes to the market for collection of capital, it always has a fear whether it will get the amount for the issue or not. The company finds it difficult to run the business. If it does not get the minimum amount, at this time the bank become guaranteed to individuals or personal, ensures the full or minimum amount of subscription or premiums or any amount. In case of receiving less application amount as compared to underwriting by bank, that amount will be subscribed by bank by way of buying securities. bank become the risk taker of that activities. So people can believe in this type of company and they can issue or subscribe various type of the policies of that company without fear about financial loss. And the eighth one, to provide other related service such as ATM, DMAT, safe deposit wallet. The bank also provides its customers the facilities like ATM, DMAT, and safe depositing schemes or safe deposit wallet or other saving deposit schemes to the customers. In addition to this, it also provides facility of credit card and debit card to the customers. Demat is a facility. It is provided by bank those who are dealing with the share market. Through the use of demat card, they can dematerialize the various type of securities purchasing and selling activities, and also provide credit card for a given amount is provided for a particular time period. Within that time period, the credit card holder want to give back the amount to bank with a minimum pre-decided interest rate also. Debit card facility also to the customers to enhances the financial activities and allow the customers for a temporary arrangement regarding the financial matters. In this section, we studied about various subsidiary functions of the bank. This is very important in modern days, and the bank expanded its general function to a wide extent.